Welcome back to Black Clover Anime Review, episode number 18. This one we're covering the 68th episode, which is the Yami versus Jack. Yeah, this one covers chapter 103. It covers the last 4 pages. I'm looking at this, I'm like, really? This whole episode covered 4 pages? Probably because they threw in a lot of filler stuff, which, okay, you can kind of expand upon stuff. And the whole thing with the battle between Yumi and Jack, this is a bit unusual. Okay, the last episode left off with them back into a fight, and then you don't pick up there. Nope, you pick up with Kano and Kino, the brother and sister from the Undersea Temple, doing their sing and dance routine, entertaining a bunch of people. I'm like, this is an odd way to start for the episode. Yeah, but they do in fact expand upon the whole thing at the end of last week's episode. They do expand a little bit later when Noelle goes looking for Asha, and she finds them at Captain Yumi's food stand next to Jack the Ripper's. And they're both, well, Yumi is selling grilled squid and Jack is selling beef. Well, sliced meat. Well, sliced beef. Yep. They constantly fight over that, and then they get into a fight because they couldn't sell anything, so they get into a fight in the middle of the square. First, they basically dodge their attacks for a bit, and then switch to arm wrestling, and then a thumb war. And eventually, like, okay, Asha, no, he doesn't. He tells Noelle, go get Fenrir, bring his butt over here. So brings over, and they port to. Believe it or not, they go back to the place where they actually had their first major battle with the Eye. It's actually the second battle they have in Midnight Sun. Yeah, it was actually right near the village where the character Rebecca comes from. Which, in case you're wondering, does she show up in the episode? Nope. She's not even mentioned, which I'm like, that's weird. I mean, you mentioned what happened during that particular arc, this battle. You reference that, but you don't mention her or the reason why they were there. I'm like, that is so dumb for you to do. Yeah. So they have their brawl in this cave, and then Yumi's about to use his death scythe, which is the thing he used in the Anthony Temple to kill the third eye member, Despair. Try to tell him to stop, and everybody agrees that of course Ajay was the first one who pointed out that he should not use his move at all. Due to the fact that, one, even though it's a very powerful move, it can kill it can kill Jack the Ripper. And all of a sudden you see this old lady just wandering about. And then all of a sudden, like, everybody's put like this chrono stop thing. I'm like, okay, who the heck could be this old lady? Why, it's the Wizard King, of course. Yeah, he shows up. And he's told, like, well, there's a reoccurring gag of, like, him being away from his job. So it's like his assistant's like, hey, get back here right now. The king wants to see you. Okay. So he goes back, and everyone's like, okay, you gotta prevent these two from continuing fighting. So what does he do? He has them drop their pants. Well, he basically bags them. He just sort of undoes their pants. Yeah, with magic. Yeah. That's commonly referred to what I've heard referred to it as bagging, pulling on someone's pants and embarrassing them. Yeah. Though Yumi is wearing his Japanese style underwear, this loincloth underwear, and Jack is wearing a pair of boxers. Okay. This is nothing unusual. Men usually do wear boxers and briefs. Yumi just wears the Japanese style of underwear. Though it's my honest opinion that Yumi comes from Japan. Because, having katana and this underwear, it's probably Japan. That's just my opinion anyways. Also, the way he holds his cigarette prior to him coming there, like so if I once and for all, he puts his cigarette in between his fingers, similar to that of basically flipping the bird. Yeah. I'm still curious though. Who the heck makes this guy cigarettes? And where does he get them? I mean, I get where he gets the sword from. He actually orders it somehow. Yeah, he orders it from some service and it gets delivered to him. Yeah, that's not thoroughly explained. And then they go back to the village to like resume the festival. Fenner goes back to drinking because that's basically what he was doing. And it's kind of hinted at that him and Vanessa might actually, go on a date at some point. Though Vanessa herself has a name for Captain Yumi, one of like 2 people in the show. And speaking that other person, Charlotte, yeah, she shows up in the episode. First time in quite a while she's showing up. I mean, the last time she physically showed up in the anime itself, excuse me, I believe it was, the last official time that she showed up was back in the I Am Midnight Sun arc. Yeah, she shows up. I mean, she shows up at the end of the episode. I'm like, yeah, of course, Asha gets. Of course, last episode, he got flown to where Yumi is by Noelle. And then this episode, he gets thrown by Yumi. By his head. And he lands like perfectly fine. He's like, he's not even bruised, which I'm like, it's probably because of the spell that's in his body that prevents him from getting injured. And it was like, oh yeah, this is a beautiful woman. It's like, he's like, I was like, that'd be a good one to see. And then basically we see who it is. It's Captain Charlotte of the Blue Knights. Yes, making her first appearance, like I said, since the Item in that Sun arc. She just sitting there, and her lieutenant shows up in the next episode. Yeah, they show scenes next week where her lieutenant shows up, and Asha somehow accidentally falls into her chest. And she flies him around. I mean, what is with the past couple episodes of Asha flying around? Like being flown away. At least this time that Noelle didn't do it. Yeah. Though in the case of the first times, because he said something that apparently Noelle didn't like. So she sent him flying and then she forgets about the next episode. Yumi throws him because he gets in the way. As for this other time, well, there's no real reason why I'm doing this. I would not be surprised if Asha basically yells at her, because I don't think Asha's interacted with Charlotte's lieutenant that much. I mean, he's had a brief interaction with her back, and I believe it was, I'm trying to remember, I think the last official time was probably just after I Midnight Sun, where they're at that special meeting that involved all the squad captains, which they were invited there. This was before the Underwater Sea Temple arc. And, yeah, that's basically the way it is when it comes to that. But it's nice to see the Wizard King show up here. Even though it's only been a good, 3 episodes since he last showed up. It's not been that long. I mean, unlike before, he was gone for a good period of time. I mean, prior to his most recent appearance, he had not appeared for a good, almost 20 episodes. Yeah, the Wizard King doesn't appear that much. No, he doesn't. It's an okay thing. He's just a recurring character, but I know he gets killed off at the start of the current arc. Yeah, because they just finished out the 103. Like I keep thinking though, maybe about 4, maybe 6 episodes at this point. This arc has officially been going on now for at least 4 episodes now. Yeah, they started this with episode 65, and this arc, like I said, has officially been going on now for 4 episodes. And it takes 2 to adapt chapter 103. Now you're probably thinking, 4 chapters, man. I think I start adapting chapter 104? Nope, it's just the rest of 103. As for why in the world they're extending this, probably because even though that, yes, at this point they probably would have, because the most recent chapter that came out is definitely 190. They've got roughly 80. I think it's 87 chapters behind. Yeah, 87 chapters behind in the manga. I would have thought, though, that they'd be kind of like One Piece, where they're trying to, adapt a good number of chapters per episode, but nope. But that's the way it is. This is just a fun episode, but yeah, the arc itself was pretty fun as well. Now to talk about the newest chapter in the manga. Chapter 190, Go. Oh yeah, and there's a character that pops up in here. I'm like, okay, I haven't seen you in quite some time. Yeah, there's 2 characters pop up in this chapter who had not been seen in such a long time. One character has not been seen for over 100 chapters. Let's see if I can get to. Okay, chapter starts off with seeing some underground place, and then we see most of the Black Bulls just having a feast. We have Noelle and Asha just Like, of course, Asha being in pain, having Asha and having Noelle as Noelle's sister, Noelle's cousin to halt them out. And then we see the scientist woman who is attracted to, has a thing for Asha. Yeah, and what was Caesar is like, why are you wearing my clothes? Yeah, what about it? Her clothes, and Asha's like, her girls are beat up, so I lent to her. And he's like, what? What the heck happened between you two? And what are you doing together with a girl from the Eye of Midnight Sun? And she's like, Asha promised me to let me have my way with his body after this past ever. And Asha's like, I never said that. Did you say never way with me? What? She's like, what? Have way with his body? What do you say? Anyways, you're you're recovering. Back off. Hey, keep eating. Get your mana back. You should. This is so funny. Yeah, this one bit is just so hilarious. This would be funny in the anime when the scientist woman gets brought back. I mean, it kind of makes sense that Asha would give her Noelle's clothes. My personal opinion, well, probably because her clothes fit her. Then some elves attack. And then we see return of Captain Leon. First time since the Royal Capital arc. This guy's been in a coma for a long ass period of time. Yeah, since the end of that particular arc. Let's see. How long has it been now? Because it's been a long time. Because, yeah, the last time he physically made an appearance was that arc, and he fell into a coma thanks to having his arm removed. Yeah, he had his arm removed. He was badly injured as well. And we also have Captain Moreau. I think he's captain of one of the other squads. I don't remember what squad he's captain of. But I know this guy here, he's the captain of, I think it's the Crimson. Yeah, the Royal Capital arc. Oh my gosh, man, it really has been a while. Because the Royal Capital arc ended with chapter like 36. This is chapter 190. So it's been a good like 154 chapters since this guy has shown up. This guy hasn't shown up in almost 4 years. So yeah, it's great to see the guy. And of course, and Asha is basically feels the same way. He's like, Captain Fairlight, I'm so happy you're finally awake, and you've got Salamander with you. And he's like, if this is Asha, looks like you should have got strong while I was asleep. Yeah, and then of course we have Noelle's brother. I know it's him because that stupid thing he wears on his face. As for why he has that, that's the show, the thing series has never explained that. And of course the captain's like, sorry, keep waiting, Nozelle. and Nozelle's like, I hope all that time we're gone hasn't dulled your skills. And then we see an attack by the elves. It says, you play us for fools, you cursed humans. And our guy's like, my view of magic is limited. And we see, I don't remember who this guy is. He's got like this black tape around his face. And he's like, those top class makes from going to dawn. What timing? Then we see Vanessa, who was fighting in her underwear. I would have thought, though, Vanessa, you are in public. You're not at your headquarters. You don't have to run around in your underwear. Yes, for why you're on underwear? Do not know why. He's like, we Black Bulls will have off here, but Charmy and I won't die here. And I think it's mine. It says, Asha, you go with them. They probably need the power of that sword. And the wall wants to come too. It says, they'll probably need a healing mage as well. Wants to go with him. And it was like, okay, now I can protect Asha. Nice going, brother. Noelle, you go too. Brother solid. I acknowledge you. As of now, you are indeed strong. But one day I will overcome you. I am your older brother, after all. Yep. Yeah, go back and meet the Royal House of Silva. And of course, they go out and fight. Like, telling like, don't get in our way. And then the chapter ends with the nodding bird sitting on top of. I think this is supposed to be Asha. Well, yeah, he's sitting on top of Asha's head. So apparently, maybe Noelle is open about her feelings for Asha. Who the heck knows? But this was a very interesting chapter because you got two returns of characters you haven't seen in a while. Well, at least I haven't seen in a while. So yeah, fantastic chapter. Get this chapter a 9.5 out of 10. Okay, so that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my comic corner, which will be next. Okay, but see you in the next review. Bye.